I got bags and shit. I told you I'm aging like a banana.
Evelyn, the skincare obsession wave, like, are we? Come on.
I like how Evelyn just put her hair back.
You know what? When my eyebrows are not.
Wait, are we live?
Yes.
Hey, y'all. I'm gonna mute myself for just a second.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
How
Okay,
are
wait,
you?
so we're live, right? So I want to put on my obsession.
Evelyn is back. Evelyn is back. All right, everybody. We are here live. Radio Caña Negra, Las Tres Macheteras. We are here. We are here. We are here. It is Tuesday, but it feels like Friday. It feels like a long week. I feel like I have been working nonstop since 5 o'clock this morning. It is 9:16, and it's like the kids are still up. So my day's not even over. I don't understand it.
You're like, why are you here?
Child, your day could be over. You just gotta be like, look, my shift is over, player.
The kitchen is closed. The shift is
the lights are off. Don't ask me for nada.
No, when you turn, remember your mom used to put the kitchen light on,
Yep.
the little light over the stove.
Yep.
Oh, my mom didn't even put a light over the stove. We didn't have that. Mine was just like a stove and that's it. But she would turn off the light in the kitchen, and we had one of those swing doors. And the door was always open. But when we knew that when my mom was upset or mad and done, that door was closed. And don't you dare try and open that kitchen door. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I actually think that's really healthy. Like, I know that there's also like people that'll be like, oh, you can't see me upset or whatever. But I think that it's really healthy for people to also, and by people, I mean children in this case, to be able to see a myriad of emotions and to feel like, you know what, like that's a possibility. I'm going to not always be happy. And it helps them to kind of establish and identify and respect boundaries.
Ubíquense.
Look at yourselves and be like, you know what? There's something really powerful about being able to just kind of say, ooh, I think she's mad.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a space for that. And I feel like there's also, I mean, I'm a heavy believer in parental boundaries. I feel like there has to be a time where you're off. If you want me to be optimal, then I have to have my moment. Right? Like that's just it. Like I have to have my time where after a certain amount of time, after a certain time, I need recovery time. Like my time cannot be 100% from the moment I wake up. I'm woken up by somebody's finger talking about, you awake, mom? And when I go to sleep, you're kicking me you put your toes in my nose. Like that's just not gonna work. In order for you to be optimal, you just can't. Like you have to establish some sort of boundaries.
You know, the pandemic has really I used to really try not to like argue in front of the kids and all that kind of stuff, right? The pandemic took care of all that. Especially when my daughter said to me, well, you're always upset. And I was like, oh, you want to say upset? Because it takes two for me to be upset. It's usually, the dad and me. And now we are, it's not like we're like fighting like this, but we have those arguments in front of the kids because I'm not going to go down as a person that's always upset when it's not my fault. So, that thing around like, don't argue in front of the kids. I'm like, no, argue in front of the kids so that they know. For me, it's like, so that they know, like, mama's not going to be treated like this. Mama's not going to be spoken to like this. And here we go.
How? Or you can just be really intentional about the fact that even loving relationships have disagreements.
Absolutely. Even loving relationships have disagreements. Like Ibrahim and Yancy, they're always in some kind of disagreement. But lately, they've not been in disagreement.
We do not love each other.
Ellos se aman.
Eso no es verdad. Only when we were tiny little whiny.
Tiny whiny.
Que quítate la máscara y vaya a cambiarse ya a la cama.
But you know what, Ev, my going with the boundaries, my mother used to come from work and close the door.
Yeah.
She locked the door, and when we saw the door close, we knew, you know, it don't matter if we on fire, we better stop, drop, and roll. We better employ some of those practices because my parents weren't coming out that room. And we knew it. And we talked about like sleeping with your door open or closed.
Yeah.
But their door was always open, right? But when it was closed, you better find yourself a cheese sandwich if you're hungry or get some cereal or whatever the case. And so it was like at least an hour. My mom would go in the room and unwind with my dad, and they worked opposite schedules. She worked 9 to 5 and he worked 9 to 5 the other way. He worked at night and he commuted. And so it was their time to, you know, descargar, like, hey baby, whatever. I don't know what they was doing.
I was gonna say you're doing.
I was like, this.
I know. I was like, wow,
Tell me more.
like descargar.
But that's, I mean, we talk about self-care. You know, that's part of it. Keep it spicy, all that stuff. But yeah, my mom was the first person that I heard ever say that they were depressed. Mm-hmm. And that was in middle school, and I still remember that. And I was like, what does that mean? You know, and I always say my mother's my first hero because all of the things that I talk about now, all of the things that I'm privy and may have some type of knowledge first came from my mom, you know? And so, yeah, she's a very boundary person. And she respects our boundaries too.
I can really appreciate having boundaries. And I don't recall my mom being that way, but I did know that there was like a certain point of time when she came home from work that she needed her moment to like regroup, right? But this is also Brooklyn in the 80s where like in some instances it wasn't unsafe. I remember her being like robbed on the train. So there was that moment of like you need to just be grateful that you are like safe in some ways and regroup from that. And I think that as her children, like that was something that I really did. I always admired, like I never felt like I was missing something. You know how like there's moments where like, but I always felt like that was important for her. And when I became a parent, like even if it's like 10, 12 minutes, right? When you come in the house, like I need you to just give me a moment to be able to regroup. Cause I'm always like, if I can be great towards you when I'm like this, how much better can I be when I'm optimal? And so I want to be better for you. So give me that moment so that we can be better for each other.
There's another piece here, right? That's missing, and it's the collective nature of how families should be, and how because of location, how it's not. Because I didn't grow up in United States, so I'm trying to think about my parents and my mom especially needing that space, and we were always out, right? And I remember my mom used to be like, "Salgan aquí," right? Meaning like physically leave the house. Physically leave the house. I don't care what you do. I'm gonna lock the door. And we had a metal door, right? La puerta de hierro. And she would lock that and not close the door inside, but we couldn't get back in. And I remember her being like, "No regresen sino hasta como una hora. No los quiero ni ver." And that wasn't an inside of the house context. That was like, váyanse al carajo. Right? So there's that space of getting that out as well for you to have like, and I need that. And I need that. And it's hard because there's not that collective piece where you don't have to worry about your children. Because my mom used to kick us out of the house, but all the neighbors were around. So there wasn't a concern around our safety like that.
Yeah.
Right? I remember once that one of our neighbors, Kike, he got hit by a car, and then that changed a lot of things in regards to what we were allowed to do. And I think I was like 9 at that time, right? But I'm trying to figure out, like, did my mom ever like lock herself in the room or do this things that I do now? No, because she would just kick us out of the whole house.
So she locked herself in the house, essentially. She
Yeah.
locks herself in the house and put y'all out. So it's the same concept. I think that
Same concept.
of needing to have your time. And no matter what kind of relationship, whether it's parental, whether it's like, whether you're partnered, whether you're not, right? Sometimes you even, you ever get sick of your own self? Like, I wish I could almost clone myself so I could be like, bitch, you ain't shit. Like, you just wilding right now. Like, you getting on my nerves.
I want you out of my sight.
Out of my own, like, I be sick of my own shit. So I don't know if anybody else is out there that is sick of their own shit too, but like, it happens where you just like, I need a moment for my own fuckery.
No, but when you said, like, I was just talking about that. I do, obviously I don't live in the same country as my husband. And so we have our own apartments. And so I was just saying that I support, if that works for you, partnerships where you live in separate housing. I'm not saying that works for everyone, or I'm also not even saying that I want it to be like this 100% of the time. But the fact that we're not able to live together in the same country yet, I do find the positives within all of the separation and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really one of the things that this climate has offered us, is the opportunity to be able to sit with yourself in some ways and really, like, ubicarse uno mismo, right? Like, locate your own self in terms of your beliefs, in terms of your goals, in terms of your opportunities, in terms of how you want to show up in the world. I think that that's one of the really, as we start to wind down and everybody's having like those reflective moments about 2020, that's something that I think shows up quite a bit. The question is right now, what do you all do for self-care? Ooh, I got answers.
Wait, we're in the comments. Oh, here we go. Well, my newest thing is skincare obsession. Like,
somebody wants to say hi.
Hi.
Hey, we're on the live.
Hey, Omar, what do you do for self-care?
What do you do for self-care these days, Omar? No.
Well, I meditate in the morning. My morning routine is I stretch, and then I meditate, and then I do Tai Chi.
Oh, sweet. Somebody, a little birdie told us that you have like a sauna or something.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I got a personal sauna that somebody special here got for me for my birthday.
Me too.
Well, people,
and I relish it. Yeah,
But you don't use it a lot.
especially when people really get on my nerves.
Oh yeah, so he locks himself up in his sauna.
Yes,
literally.
Like, you can zip it all over it, Omar? You can zip it over your head?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he sits inside of it and zips it all up.
I take the chair out.
What kind of Rajneeshi cult is happening over your head? Like, I don't want to do this to anything. Get me out of there.
Like, I will be like this with my eyes. Like,
all the heat.
That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. We might have to drop that in the chat for people who might be interested in getting some sort of a sauna situation as part of their skincare.
So let me, we good. What do you, well, now Gibran is done. Anayansi, okay, Gibran and Anayansi, when parents need their time, why do you think that is?
Because they need to work and they need to go in their sauna.
Están poniendo locos. Exacto. Porque nos están poniendo locos. Oh, Ilka Muñiz said that she listens to our podcast on a nice long drive. No interruptions. No, stop. No interruptions like what I'm getting right now.
That's static. What is happening? There's a band happening. A live band. Now she's kicking everyone out.
Uh-oh. Now it's
what is the comment say? Because I don't have my glasses or my contacts. I can't see anything.
Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Paulina says cannabis is how they are self-caring. Let me tell you something. Gummy.
Hey, Paulina, that's my college friend. She's hilarious. She makes amazing cakes.
Yeah.
Anyone in the Rhode Island, Boston area, hit up Paulina, please. Like,
Wonderful. And you know what? I would say that cannabis
I want to go and have a gummy right now. I'll be
is
right
the
back.
MVP.
well, I had one already, so.
I need to step up my game. Let me get my little gummy action.
And
going.
I have a delivery, Evelyn.
Ooh.
And Dash, because
Yes.
I'm doing the control. I'm like, I'm in control. Never gonna stop. Ah. So we got that. Christelle says, setting boundaries like crazy lately. I'm obsessed with the peace. Amen. Amen.
Wait, thank you for your comment. Who said that they listened to us on a long drive? I wanted to hear the rest of the story.
This is Isia. Go ahead, Genevieve.
Listen to your podcast on a nice long drive, no interruptions, and just me and your conversations. Letting out some anger is therapeutic.
Woo woo.
Yeah, baby.
Hey. Yes. Get them. I would say that dancing is also therapeutic. And I have been thinking about how much I need to commit to rediscovering dance, because I'm really hoping for the day when we can go outside and dance and throw our asses. And I'm going to be stiff as a board. So I have...
Well,
now
you get on that bike, girl. You get on that bike.
What?
You get on that bike. You be doing your little workouts
every day. But yeah, it's a good thing. For me, I will say that the way that I've been doing my self-care is by confronting my credit report. I've said it in some of the... No, because seriously, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I am not a fan of telling everybody to go to sleep and polish your nails and take a bath if your ass is broke. Because the rest is not going to be restful, because when you wake up, you got to confront all the fuck shit that you didn't do. I'm not here for that. So I feel like as part of my self-care in 2020 has been like, girl, I mean, one of the things that I've been saved by being at home is like my Uber addiction, which I've talked about quite a bit. That when I confronted my credit report, one of the things that I saw was that I was spending about $300 to $400 a month in Uber. So
what?
Yes.
That's half my rent.
Yeah. So
that's a car note.
Huh?
That's a car note.
That's a car note. And so
right.
like I was just, and I had to really be like, wow, you know, when sometimes like you confront, you're like, where did the money go? Right? Where did the money go? So I am like, you know what? I'm being more like intentional about where my money goes. Mm. And I'm actually surprised by just paying that, like how much peace I feel.
Yes.
With being comfortable with like following my money. And so I feel like all the other shit that people told me before, that's a scam. Motherfuckers out here talking about some go take a bath and sleep your problems away. Because when I woke up, I still had the same problems. So I think that part of my own healing has been to really think about like what my future is going to look like. And so that has offered me some sort of like self-care and to prepare for it.
So one thing I could offer there, which is not much, but one thing that really changed my game, Evelyn, in regards to financial health, and is a program called YANB. You Need a Budget, and you can find it online. I think it's like maybe like $49 a year. Period. But and they have tutorials, and it's a tutorial. The tutorials are like every single penny needs to have a space.
Yeah.
Right. And about using a cash economy instead of, like debit cards and all that kind of stuff. And there are a lot of different models around it, but You Need a Budget really, really, really saved me from going into like this spiral that I was in, where I didn't even know sometimes how much money I had.
Yeah.
And then I was running out of money.
The last time that I was like, all right, sis, you really need to confront this. I went to the store and I didn't know how much money I had. And I found myself crossing my fingers, hoping that the charge would go through. And I was like, I am way too old for this crap. Right.
Right.
And I had to sit with it. And like, again, you know what? And I think that You Need a Budget is a book. Right. Like they have a book of it.
I don't know. I use the online tutorial stuff.
I'm almost certain that I own that book. Right. Because that was like, when you start to also buy things because you're like, yeah. So I stopped analysis paralysis. Right. Which is like where you gain all of the information around things, but that prevents you from actually acting. So that was another thing that really brought me a lot of self-care and a lot of peace. Like I'm not going to buy things if I know that I'm not going to utilize them. So like right now I want to buy books, but I'm like, you know what, Ev? You got 6 that are waiting for you to read, and until you read those 6, you can't get any more.
Well, I put it on my Kindle. I have a ton of books on my Kindle, and I jump from each one. I got Desus and Mayo.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like that one.
You got it on Kindle?
I got it on Kindle. I got Sadia Hartman's book. And I got As Black as Resistance. And it's a good mix of like, you know, just like clowning.
Yeah.
And like serious. So I like that.
I just put the You Need a Budget, my referral link on it. So that you all can, you know, people can try it out. There's a 34-day trial, and they say 34-day because 30 days is not, people don't usually cancel in 30 days. So they want to give people a 4-day grace.
That's very kind of them. And you know what? Remember, I got caught last time because, you know, after like 6 shipped subscriptions, I don't use everybody's email, all my email addresses. I literally forgot by one day, and I got charged for the damn thing. And I was like,
how much was it?
It's $100 a year. So now I'm like, anybody want to order anything from Target? Because you already know it's like, my money's worth. But it's like, those are the things that happen for real. And I feel like one of the things that we don't do is that we don't really talk honestly about money and how that shit can really like wear you down.
Absolutely.
It's like, so it's either like a have or a have not situation. And you don't know how to even like manage what you have, because I used to find myself broke. And then when I had a little something, my first thing would just be like, I would treat myself for survival. I would be like, bitch, I survived it. I deserve.
Yeah.
And then go ham again. And then I would just find myself in the same damn loop. And I'd be like, why? Why me, baby? I'd be sick.
Evelyn, be quiet.
No, you know, one of the things that one of the basic things that I learned what You Need a Budget was how much money I was spending on buying gifts for people.
Wow.
Over and over, right?
Wow.
And then they set me up. I set myself up on a budget, a monthly contributions that goes towards gifts, right? So, you know, you have to make your list of people. Like, let's say it's 20 people a year that you give gifts. Imagine if you spend $30 to $40 on 30 people that you're buying gifts for. That's like a big budget line. That's a budget line.
Yeah.
So each month you could be contributing.
If you have children or somebody that you're also getting, like they're going to activities, so-and-so's birthday. So now you want to show up. So now that's another $20, $30 every single time.
Exactly. But if you have a monthly budget for that, then you start accumulating that. And then but when like December comes, you're not wiped out from your savings because you already saved for Christmas from January as a budget line. And I can be very strict about that, you know, and there's some wiggle room, right? Because takeout, I used to be the queen of takeout before, and you look up, you're spending $400 a month on eating out and takeout.
And for me, that ain't no problem. Like, cause that's the only thing I spend my money on is takeout.
But the thing is, knowing how much you spend,
right, also
helps you, because sometimes we don't know. Like if I ask you now, Dash, exactly how much did you spend last month on takeout?
Right around 200. No, because I planned my takeouts. I told you. Remember in our chats, I'm like, I'm gonna order chicken today. I like announce it.
But I'm saying that I think that it's not about what you spend your money on. It's about knowing, right? Because the knowing is what liberates you. Because you'll be like, oh, I can make some wiggle room here or there. And as we're going into the season of the year where people are also giving gifts, like sometimes that can also add to our stress. We have a couple of people that are actually that have made some comments in the chat. Paulina says, confront your credit, right? Krishna shares that a good book is the Frugalista Files. And being poor is exhausting. Not only is it exhausting, but it's also expensive. It is expensive to be poor. I remember being like, why am I paying these niggas to cash my check? But I didn't have any money in the bank because all of my shit was taken in overdraft.
The overdraft is what killed me. Like, okay, you can't pay this, so we're gonna charge you more, you lousy scum. Like, what?
Right. Like, it's like, I remember like the same year that I told you that I was like, okay, I can't even sleep because I know that I'm broke and I don't even know how to like get off this cycle. When I finally confronted everything, I had paid over $900 in overdraft fees that year. Yes, because being broke is fucking expensive.
That's a G. That's a lot of things.
That's like trips. That's cannabis. That's lingerie. That's books.
That's new wigs
I didn't have to get
new wigs.
And since then, I paid zero because I was like, look, sis, get it together. So, oh my God, the fees are absolutely predatory. And I'm not even, you know what? And I share my story often because I feel like people also need to see it. So when I became a single mom and I didn't have enough money, I started taking payday loans, which are now illegal in New York State, right? And those were absolutely terrible. I mean, there were loans that I took out to be able to pay rent that were at 600%.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
You missed one payment, it's a wrap. So
It's a loop.
Nothing can go wrong in your life in order for you to be able to continue. So it's like I swear by the confronting, because I feel like that would give us so much freedom, and we tend to not confront it and then try to buy freedom in other ways, and that just puts us deeper in the hole often.
And I'm about enjoying life too.
Absolutely.
Right? So there's that too. But you need a budget to enjoy life.
Right.
And no matter how much money you have, you can enjoy life. So I just want to make that,
yes,
you have to be specific about, okay, so I'm going to enjoy it this way. And these are things that I'm going to give up to enjoy it this way.
And it's also, it's complicated on any level, right? Because if depending on how you were raised, you always want to keep your cash, right? At the expense of like sometimes paying things. So I would often find myself paying the minimum payment because I wanted to keep more cash just in case it happened. Right. So it's like there were all those things that I had to like unlearn, and I'm still in the process of unlearning them. And every once in a while I'll, make a big payment and I'm like, who am I? Who am I? Right. But looking at this, like Christelle shares in the chat, I don't know how to explain it, but I view money so mythologically. I cannot perceive spending, and that's what makes saving so hard for me. Yep. Mm-hmm. It is absolutely a vicious cycle. And so really thinking about, that's part of our self-care is really like confronting, where did these things come from? Why, for example, many of us feel really confident and comfortable spending money on other people, but not ourselves.
Yes, that's me.
Right? So you will be like, no, these shoes ain't broken. It just need one more layer of super glue. But you'll go and buy things for other people. Like there's that also. And so like including yourself, what is it the Buddha says? If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. And so as part of our self-care, can we get on to like including ourselves in our compassion?
Well, remember what we were discussing after we all attended Javier Wallace's and Afro-Latinx Travels Deporte Negro on Saturday.
Wow.
Black Latin American.
So good.
And if y'all missed it, like y'all whack it up.
Links actually. Let's put some links and create some links.
Oh,
well, the Deporte Negro about Black Latin Americans in sports was incredible. I believe Javier will have another one, but y'all need to join in. It was worth every penny. And he went over. He went like almost an hour over. But as I was saying, I actually lost my train of thought. So we're just going to keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Some links.
Me. Oh, yeah.
What were you talking about, Evelyn? Oh, with paying things?
Yes.
There we go. I was ordering Uber Eats, right? And I was like, I want something like comfy, And so I was like, oh, let me get Chinese food. And they had a sale. And so I immediately put the 2 sales in my cart. And I was like, I don't even want this. I want General Tso's, which was double. And I was like, bitch, get the General Tso's. we not breaking no banks over here with an extra $5. Like you're okay. You're a-okay. And so it's what Evelyn said about unlearning these survival tactics that we no longer need or no longer serves. On one level, it still serves us, I think. In some ways it can. But it's discerning what is serving you in this moment and what is not. Yeah.
I'm putting a link. We have a 2-day institute, everybody, coming up the 4th and the 5th of December. So I created, here's the link. Here is the link. If you have not attended, this is an invitation for you all to attend. Yeah. And for tonight only, we have a discount code. Actually, it's not for tonight only. It will go until probably Thursday.
Ow.
What am I putting Tuesday live? The code. What is the training about, Evelyn and John? I'm like, and Jean-Pierre. While I write this in.
So we're offering our training, our flagship training, which is Anti-Blackness in the Latinx Community, parts 1 and 2. 1 is a kind of a foundational overview of the ways that anti-Blackness shows up in different parts of Latin America with proof and conversation. And part 2 is just a more personal, individual deep dive into the ways in which we individually and contribute to anti-Blackness in the world.
And that same weekend, we have the Black Latin American History and Contemporary Topics, led by yours truly and Javier Wallace. And those classes are always fun. And so it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday deal there. So I think we're pretty fun. Like, I enjoy our times together, So
and I always learn something new.
Same.
In every single one of the workshops, I learn something new about people in general, but also about myself. Like I'm always continuously learning and reflecting about stuff. And one of the identities that we cover is it's class, right? So this conversation that we're having is also very pertinent to who we are, and how it intersects with different identities, like race, immigration status, all those kinds of things, right? Because class is one of those things that people sometimes want to excuse racist behavior and allocate it to class, right? Which is another conversation when we were talking about white Latinos, right? Like, we're all the same. No, but your class is this, right?
That's what they were. Well, two things with that. The faux celebration of a white Cuban is heading up USCIS. Is that what it is? Immigration, right? The Biden Harris's decided on this white Cuban as the head of the immigration, and they were celebrating, and they also said he's the first Sephardic Jewish person to be in that post, meaning that that's a Jewish person from Spain. And so I'm looking at this and I'm like, y'all are so disingenuous, number one. And then number two, this celebration with kind of, the panel that I was on had Francia Marquez, amazing organizer, human, Black woman, Epsie Campbell, the first Black vice president in the Americas before
Kamala.
And we also, there was also a Hondureña, Bermudez, who's on the National Assembly or National Congress. And it was about Black women's participation in politics. And so Francia was like, what has been happening was they'll occupy or take out a couple spaces so that there's Black faces, but it's just replicating the same systems of patriarchy, racism, and there's no vindication of them, of Black or Afro-descendant politicians or people in the political world pushing forth any type of anti-racist agenda that actually speaks to the needs of the various communities that they come from, oftentimes, but sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
You know, it might be city Blacks, right, versus rural Blacks, and et cetera, et cetera. And so I think I got off topic, but this is kind of topic.
No,
I was trying to make a connection and then I forgot the connection.
no, this is great. And 2 weeks ago, Brazil had its local elections, right? And it's important Brazil for me is like a really important model as well, because with Marielle Franco's murder that happened, right? And she was a Black lesbian woman, right? And what with her murder, what actually happened was that now there is a political agenda that she had created with other people, and that political agenda, what Black women did was run even against each other with the same political agenda throughout the country. And now you have so many Black elected people, women, running with the same agenda, but no, that were elected with the same political agenda, right? So that is the first time that happened, where a whole of Black women running in different parties have the same political agenda. And that agenda was structured around people, right? And human beings from the different communities. So that as a model for me was like, wow, that's really impressive that people are now running collectively, even if they're running multiple, like they're just covering more base by running under the same political agenda, which I feel is really important and strategic. So you have multiple political parties, right, Black women running with the same agenda. Now is the accountability piece, right? And for the first time, there are so many trans women elected, Black trans women elected, which is also like, which is also important to note, because I'm of the believer that whenever change is made, whenever change is made, no matter what progressive change is made, is Black women pushing it. I'm very clear about it. Black trans women have not gotten the access, right, to be political players, elected political players, until very recently. So that, when Black trans women, if they're conscious to really push the needs of Black people forward, Black trans women are going to move it in a way that we are all going to benefit. And
moment. Shout out to Black trans women. Woo!
Yes. And it's, Black trans women, we have to be clear, they're not running alone. They're running with the support of Black women, right? These things happen together, right? So I'm just really like, things are messed up, fucked up in the region. They're messed up and fucked up here as well. But I feel like there is a political moment that's really coming, and it has nothing to do with Kamala Harris, by the way, right? And there's models, right, in Latin America that I just wish that folks here
in the
US, in the United States, would be open to listening and to learning from, because the resistance around COVID, local collective healing all that, there are models that are being done. Not that they're not being done here, but they're being done at a massive scale and being recognized and acknowledged as viable solutions. Just that the corrupt governments are not listening, but how people are organizing, like the mutual aid that's happening here has been happening in our communities. This is not new.
In fact, that's where we get it from.
Right.
Right? I think the problem is that we don't tend to give credit where credit is overdue.
Exactly.
Well, going with what we're talking about, this text message that somebody posted on Twitter from the Democrats. Black women, you are the backbone of this democracy, and we appreciate you for all you've done throughout this election cycle. But the work is not done yet. Can we count you to vote for this upcoming runoff election on January 5th? We made history because of you.
That means like you dragged your ass for the whole country. Can you drag it some more for us?
And all of the automatic messages going to Black women, it should be like, the subscriber you're trying to reach is busy at the moment. Try again in 2025. Leave Black women alone.
And the condescension.
It's exhausting.
They marginalize us, and then when we make miracles happen, then they want to latch on without actually investing anything. They're not going to invest. What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for Black women lately? All of you answer that question, not us. Well, what have you done for us? But what have you done for Black women as a collective, Black femmes, Black trans women, Black women, the ones that are getting these text messages? Anayansi wants to know too.
Anayansi wants to know, shout out to Anayansi. And Paulina asked in the chat, can we talk about that moment when Black women can leave everyone else behind? Listen, y'all, what hair are y'all wearing to that day? Because that's important.
I don't know the name of this one, but there's a unit called Trina that's been my like old, that's been my bottom wig. So I'm gonna wear that one.
I'm like, look, I gotta get some extra special like about this piece hair.
What lipstick you gonna wear?
That's the question.
I like this one you have.
Thank you. This is Lip Bar, Black owned.
Men?
I think so. Yes, it might be. And you know what? I do want to say that shout out to the Lip Bar, for being Black owned, but they're also having 40% off. I noticed. I got the text message this morning.
What?
So yes, 40% off. So go on and get you some lipstick, some freedom lipstick, so you could go when we out here in the streets, walking out, saying bye, grabbing our bags, stank walking all the way out in the streets. We're gonna be slaying.
So this is in preparation for the day that Black women can leave everyone behind.
Yeah, what we doing? Let's prep. What y'all drinking? Are y'all bringing gummies? Who got the potato salad? I'm bringing.
Not me. I'll do the guacamole.
The guacamole.
I'm not getting roasted in the new world. Like I don't want to start off bad.
In the chat, what y'all bringing? What y'all bringing to our Black Women's Liberation Party? What's your special? What's your specialty? What are you offering?
Well, wait. What are we talking about again?
now we're talking about the party. What we're all bringing.
All right. We already know Dash is not bringing the potato salad for fear of getting roasted. Right.
Oh my God. I will bring. Oh my God! I will bring the best lasagna. I
like lasagna. I've got to bring the smothered pork chops. No, but I've got to bring a lot because Ev throws down. Y'all, look, in the future when we can meet again, y'all got to taste Evelyn's cooking.
Yes, I got you.
Everything's so cliche right now. I have Black women cooking.
Right. But you know what? We're bringing the fried chicken. Oh, we might just order. Fuck it. We ordering. Where we ordering from?
It has to be a black business, but then
Right,
they're
then it's
supposed
more
to be celebrating too with us. But Anayansi's gonna, and I know I don't have to even
cook.
And Ayansi can cook.
Anayansi's gonna cook.
Like her tail off.
Her specialty is she makes a slamming egg salad, slamming, and honey carrots, baby.
Honey carrots. How does she know how to make? And how does she know how to make honey carrots?
Oh, because of Chef Eris.
Ooh, Chef Eris, black woman extraordinaire. Whoop,
Hello. And her fried catfish, Evelyn.
We're dropping all of your vital black women statistics right now, and specifically for the
fried catfish.
Christelle got the virgin drinks. Krishna got potato salad and fried chicken. Says they certified. So Krishna,
yes, the bags of high grade.
Yes.
Wait, virgin drinks?
Yes, I'm down with the virgin drinks because sometimes I get migraines. So I'll be right there with Christelle.
So none of us can drink because you got a migraine?
With a little bit of bourbon.
Okay.
I'm here for it. And the high grade. Don't forget the high grade and the chicken. Who's bringing the tunes? Who's a DJ?
The tunes. Big
tunes. What's on the playlist? We gotta prep this day because it's coming. We gonna be like, who's on your playlist? We're gonna do the body yaddy.
That should be our official dance.
We gotta dance too. We gotta do choreo.
This video inspired my entire weekend, just to let you know. That's the reason why I have any boobage out is because of Megan. The reason why I put lipstick on. Well, no, I put lipstick on all this. What? Jumpy. I
was like, wait, what?
Damn, okay. I guess she don't like the song. But anyway, the video, I'm sitting there like I had it on repeat the whole weekend.
Wait a minute. Christelle also says that their team napkins and plates. Shout out to team napkins, plates, and ice. You play a vital role in this situation. We can't get you without them.
I always forget those. I always forget that I get somewhere and it's like no paper. No,
we have our.
Wait a minute. We had Krishna's son Corey saying he will make cake. He also needs to go to bed. So good night, Corey. But shout out to you. Thank you for that.
Can you talk to Gibrang too so he can go, Corey? Because this is becoming an issue now.
Yeah, and I can appreciate the youth stepping up. So I am here for Anayansi's egg salad and Corey's cake. It's about
Corey cooks. Corey be cooking.
Corey be cooking. Is that his hashtag?
How old is Corey?
Corey be cooking.
Because maybe Corey and Anayansi need to work together.
Yes, I think we had. Yeah, I think that was part of the plan. I'm definitely down for a learning lesson from Corey and Anayansi. We might have to set this up on Zoom so that we can have a kids collaboration. Because if you like to eat, you need to know how to cook.
If anybody out there would like to earn some extra money helping with some marketing with Anayansi La Fancy, her show is called Anayansi's Great Cooking Show, or maybe it's Anayansi and Friends Cooking Show. She really needs it because she wants to go to the next level, but this mama, I don't have the capacity. So
wait a minute.
A black woman that would like to take this on, we can talk.
So wait, I am looking here. So we're gonna have Anayansi will share their information soon, but in the meantime, we got Chef Corey in training, and somebody, what you bringing greens? Braised collards sound delicious.
I love any type of greens, and you gotta put the pork. You know these new age millennials with the I'm vegan. No, and you gotta put the pig in there. You gotta put the crackling. You gotta put the animal part in the greens.
So I'm gonna push back there because
no.
We don't not everybody eats meat, and we can season without meat. This is a misconception that we can't season without meat.
No, we always gonna season. We always in the season.
Exactly.
But there's something that bone broth be bringing.
Wait a minute. Somebody, all right, so Jana in the chat says, I don't eat meat, Dash. And they're also the one that's going to bring the braised collard. So I'm here for a personal problem. You tasted it. I'm here for your greens, Jana.
No, I'm kidding.
Jana is
I'm kidding.
So it's like, listen, you gotta. So Krishna gives the little hack. You gotta outsmoke meat or liquid smoke for the vegans. So anybody here cooking for indigenous people? Then what y'all making? I was like, no.
I'm actually ordering a lasagna because I can't go visit my grandma's 80, and I'm just so paranoid. So I'm gonna save it for Christmas. But my husband is sick, right? And he tells me today, and I'm like, if you have the Rona, I'm gonna fly down in the next plane to come and slap you upside your head. But he thinks he had dengue.
Oh no.
Dengue fever. He's had multiple of that. He be having like strange, like the strange sicknesses. I'm like, you're truly Obatala's son, who Obatala is Oricha of mercy and a lot to do with health. And so he's had shingles. Only elderly people generally get that. He's had Zika. And he knows all about, he's like well seasoned in dengue. I'm like, why couldn't you just get a regular cold? A regular cold like everybody. But speaking of cooking, trying to square us on our agenda. You know who's not cooking anymore? My BK Brooklyn Caribbean Massive Gloria's will not be cooking anymore.
That article really infuriated me. Like, it was just absolutely unbelievable. And I think that before we move into a conversation about Gloria, Christelle wants to know, what's y'all's go-to meal that you could cook eyes closed?
Ceviche. That's my favorite to do my fast. Stewed chicken. Final answer.
She's like, final answer.
Y'all like, drop that in the chat. Tell us what you are listening. What's your go-to meal that you could cook eyes closed? Eyes closed. I'm thinking cereal, and I don't even eat. Like, I don't even drink milk. But
eyes closed, I think I could. I make this like really delicious pescado al ajillo.
So like lots of garlic.
Lots of garlic and cilantro and culantro. We use culantro, right?
What kind of fish?
It could be mahi-mahi, it could be corvina, it could be salmon, any thick and meaty fish. Sea bass is also slamming. Shrimp.
The corvina is like Panama's like national fish, right? And pargo is red snapper, right?
Yeah.
I had to figure. I was like, somebody asked me the English word for pargo. I'm like, pargo.
Pargo.
You know, there are just certain words that you know in your language, and it's like, I don't know what the English version is.
There's no translation for it. Christelle says eggs with sweet pepper are their specialty. Paulina is determined, right? Will teach themselves how to make vegan appetizers in time for the transition. Amen. Ooh, banana pudding. Yum. With vanilla wafers. If they don't got vanilla wafers, we don't know pods.
Evelyn.
What?
No, es que eso es lo que estoy diciendo. I never had banana pudding with no wafers until I came here.
Yeah.
And I can't eat them with wafers.
Oh, I love the wafers. I like the way I'll trade the wafers for the banana.
No.
I do not like it without the wafers. Because you know what? I don't like that texture. So I think the wafers give it like a different texture. I like the sweetness of the cookie.
So those were those Nilla cookies, right? Crackers,
correct.
Wafers.
Correct.
Yeah. So growing up, we used to buy that when we had like a little extra money.
Mm-hmm.
Because those were from the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, and the thing is, they weren't even that good because you would just dip them in milk and they'll disintegrate.
Yeah. That's why I only like them in the banana pudding. But Paulina says they use chessman cookies, which I've tried it too, and it's delicious.
What cookies?
I don't know what chessman cookies are.
It's like the what's the cookies that come in a little white bag?
Butter cookies?
No, they have the what you call it?
Vanilla bodies of Christ.
Oh, here it is.
I'm like yeekis.
Oh, do they have the little thing on the edges?
It has like a picture chess, like literally.
Pepperidge Farm. Thank you.
You can't see anything.
No, we can't see nothing. I'm like this. No, we can't see anything. But yeah, so it's Pepperidge Farm. Yes, the little the ones that come in a little bag and you fold it at the top.
I don't think I ever had this.
I've never had that, and if they're anything like those little wafer things, no, vanilla wafers. That they were a sponge. I do remember sucking them, like dipping them, and then sucking the milk, and then it will all be gone.
Whoa. Okay. Look, talk like that is really triggering for me.
Wait a minute. So something else added their go-to meal is sausage and vegetarian beans because yum and rice or fried. That sounds delicious. With a little slice of aguacate. Are y'all team aguacate or not?
Yes, 100%.
Team aguacate? You gotta be team avocado, right? Like so, yes, a little shout out to Jamaicans, pear. So it's nothing like those. It is shortbread. So shortbread cookies. My go-to would probably be something really similar, like a stewed chicken with like white rice and beans. Yum. Fried plantains on the side. And a green salad with iceberg lettuce. Because it gotta be like regular, like your grandma. Right? So it gotta be iceberg lettuce with tomatoes and onions, right? And then like a little bit of a dressing made with like oil and vinegar with salt and pepper right on the top, a little fresh crackling.
Now I do make a good potato salad, I should say. I do make a good potato salad, and the coleslaw that my grandmother used to make wasn't with mayonnaise. It was with like vinegar and other stuff. And I make that, and it's slamming, and that you can eat. You can put that on top of fish. You can put that on top of like everything.
I love it. I love like shark with coleslaw.
Mm-hmm.
Like a fried shark with coleslaw.
My grandma makes such. I need to learn how to make
bakes.
Everything.
She's like, I need to make everything.
No,
put it in the chat if y'all out here making bakes.
Bake and shark. But I know how to make
ackee and saltfish.
A good amount. But I think this is a good opportunity if you can, right? Don't put anyone at risk, but passing down recipes.
Yes, it's so important. Wait a minute. Christelle also asked, what are y'all's views on mayo? Right? Haitians are obsessed with it.
I put a thread on that because I never got how the mayo thing with whites, like whites eat mayo. I'm like, Panamanians put mayo on everything.
Really?
I'm like, I never got that white people mayo thing.
But you know what? It's we put mayo on everything, but it's also a special type of mayo.
Sure.
And I feel like we have so many types of mayo in Panama. Like we have the Miracle Whip, which is considered mayo.
Yikes! Is that mayo?
It's considered mayo because some people put in potato salad and it tastes really good because it's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have mayonesa con limon.
Mayonesa con limon, so lemon with mayonnaise with lemon,
and they sell it like that con limon. And it
cuts down on an extra step.
Wait a minute. Nikki Campbell says ketchup Maggie. That's a thing? Maggie isn't that chicken cube?
That's the best. Maggie
has everything.
Maggie ketchup is the best in the world.
Wait, Maggie
is liquid. It's liquidy.
Wait a minute. Maggie has ketchup?
Maggie ketchup, salsa de tomate, Maggie's ketchup. It's liquidy. It's not thick.
What?
The taste is so unico, right?
Like it's so nice and fake.
Oh, I love that shit.
Nice and processed. Like
MSG, bring it on. Let me say something. You know, that's the only way I like watermelon. I don't like fresh watermelon. If it don't got no kind of high fructose, I don't want no parts. I can only take.
Well, listen, and then they have mayonnaise in Panama that actually has paprika mixed into it. Because you open it and you see the little dots of red.
What?
And then it's slapping.
Wait a minute. So, Tito Lindo del Mar says en Mexico también mayonesa con limón. So that's a thing in the region. It must be. I'm shocked. Jay,
But you know,
shout out to you for the fried shark. Yes.
the mayonnaise thing. Actually, a person that took our workshop clarified. I believe their name is Maya. That said it's not that white people use mayonnaise; is that that's the only thing they use. Like instead of seasoning or other things to make food taste good, they'll just put mayonnaise. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's an important distinction.
Is mayonnaise a seasoning?
Yes.
For them, maybe. Look, we're not even
mayonnaise. We don't use it as a seasoning. For us, it's just a way. And look at how I got excited. Like I popped up, my body language changed, everything. Because I could get caught up with the mayo if I'm not careful. Because if I have a little bit of mayo one day, the next day I'm having like mayo and mayo and mayo. And then it will be like 4 days, 8 pounds heavier. I'm like, why am I gaining weight?
Not if you're on keto.
It's the mayo.
Wait, with mayo? You can eat that much mayo?
On sandwiches?
Hell no.
Hold on, Evelyn. Hold on.
First of all, you said the sandwich. That's how my brother and sister were saying sandwich. I think they still say it like that. Sandwich.
Un sándwich. Pero mira, es que the mayonnaise and the bread has to be perfect for a sandwich. It can't be like the hard bread, like whole wheat bread. It could be soft whole wheat bread, but then you can't press it. It has to be fluffy, so it can't have like a little fingerprint. You know how sometimes.
Wait, what? I need a drink.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you go to a party, they always have the little sandwichitos and cut in a triangle.
And a finger, like I don't want your finger, man.
And if you see it, and then the mayonnaise, a perfect sandwich will have the right amount of mayonnaise coming out from the side.
Just peeking. Just
peeking. But if it's pressed too much, then that mayo has escaped from the little holes in the bread.
Everywhere.
You know what? No, I'm not. Wait a minute. I'm so mad. Yeah, wait a minute. I'm
fried fish too. We used to la cola del pescado frito, like fried fish. Look at that. Fried fish. That tail of the fish, you put a nice little layer of mayonnaise on top.
But you know how I feel about fried fish. When I go any place and I don't know where the black people are, I'm looking for fried fish. That is always my like. That's
when
my,
you went to Panama and
that's
you found fried fish, didn't they have a little tub of mayo?
They did. I believe. I'm almost certain that they did. And I was like, why the hell is the mayo here? I thought it was a mistake. But you know what? Look at this. Absolutely. You know, Nikhil says mustard is used for seasoning. I use it for seasoning. Absolutely. Jana says a lot of U.S. blacks do not like mayo, but blacks in Latin America and the Caribbean love it.
Yeah, what is that? What is that about?
Adds that Jamaican hard dough bread is a drug. No argument there. It is absolutely a drug, and I might put mayo on a. Not, I'm not even putting mayo on a hard dough bread. I'm just slicing it and eating it right there.
And
grabbing.
Maybe the hard dough bread could be used in the banana pudding, Evelyn, if you bake it. I'm just messing with you.
I'm like,
it's hard and it could suck up stuff.
No, wait, but did the British colonizers not allow black people to have mayo? Is that what happened? I'm glad someone pointed it out that North American Afro-descendants are like, with mayo, that's a white thing. But black people from the Caribbean and Latin America are like, more mayo. You know, like on we have a ceviche with mayo. Like, what?
You know what? That ceviche, I savor that ceviche before I get to Panama.
Y'all had ceviche with mayo?
Yes. I have many types of ceviche. That's another misconception. Panama has tons of ceviches, but there's this one ceviche that has mayo, walnuts, and grapes. And that ceviche to me is Es un cóctel. No es ni un ceviche, es un
What's the
cóctel.
pescado?
I've
What's
seen it. I've seen it.
Puede ser corvina o camarones.
Oh,
I've seen it and
wow.
didn't go near it because
I agree with you, Kimberly. Kimberly Scott says I don't think that's a bad idea with the hardo bread and bread pudding and banana, right? Bread pudding, right? So actually, for bread pudding, that would be delicious. Some hardo bread and bread pudding. That would probably be really, really good.
Very dense.
Where do we stand with condensed milk? Condensed milk is a yay or a smash or pass?
I
What are we
make
doing
my
with
condensed milk, baby. It's a yay. They use in Panama. They sell the little tins, and those little tins go in the lunch boxes.
why you asking? These are the wrong questions. This is condensed milk, dulce de leche, manjar. I think manjar is like maybe the Panamanian like dessert, like national dessert, like that. Like
And los huevitos de leche that are made from, again, manjar.
Manhattan.
Right.
So you have condensed milk. Kimberly says condensed milk is everything. So we are collecting. It is quite the smash, not the pass.
Versatile. And you boil it and you get the dulce de leche and
It's delicious. It's delicious. Anayante and I made a big batch like 2 weeks ago, and I put that in my coffee. Put that on coffee, on avena, just everything. And we used to eat that just on salt. We used to put that on saltine crackers growing up.
yes.
Oh.
So you get the salty and the very sweet.
Mm.
And if it's made right, it will drip through the little holes of the saltine.
I'm being triggered like voraciously right now. I am away from my partner almost a year, and you talking about milk dripping on a cracker through the
And
hole.
you lick it from underneath the crackers.
And then you lick it out.
Wait, hold on. Look at
No,
it.
like this. More like this.
You don't respect my wife as a human.
Woo!
You just don't.
Wait a minute.
This
So,
is crazy.
Can we give a shout out to Kimberly's parents for offering condensed milk with a little water was milk for cereal? Absolutely, right? And my parents were broke, but we loved it because it was sweet. Aww. I love that for you all, right? Christelle says Haitian mothers inject our veins with condensed milk. That's right.
Injecto.
Condensed milk for the win.
No, I'm serious. The little tiny tins. I don't know if you all have seen them.
Mm-hmm.
Those will go in our lunch boxes. How? What?
Wait a minute. And then they're gonna be like, so they give all this sugar to the kids. And they're like, siéntense.
It was like that.
Wow.
And you open it up and you're like,
Aww.
and licking it.
Like
Everywhere. And then it's
all
terrible.
the perimeter.
So Kim, hey Kim, and Kim is my skincare obsession buddy. Okay,
Okay.
The skincare thing. Exora Botanicals is a great Black-owned skincare brand, but she asked me what color I'm wearing, and we were going through our color lipstick for the Black Women Liberation Day, but it's it's Sonic. I'll get back to you. It's a coral, obviously, but this is old. It's the old school one. You know, can you just?
It's in a tube? Wait, that's MAC?
Yeah.
Very pretty. I like this one. I like your whole look today, Dash.
Yeah, that's just really cute.
Yeah. I see you, sis.
You know, no, I was doing. Janvier was making fun of me because I was doing a photo shoot with my husband.
That's right.
He was like,
It's about to go down. So
I said not for your husband. You were doing it with your husband.
Yeah, right. Because he came. I actually put this on, and then I'm like, oh, let me call him. He came after the fact, and then so he's doing screenshots, right? And then I'm like posing, right? And then I'm like, espérate. And he's just there co-signing my bullshit. Like, shout out to partners that co-sign.
And there's a couple of makeup questions in the chat. Jenna asks, have you ladies gotten on the magnetic lashes wave yet? I don't know how to do nothing with lashes.
I'm scared. I feel like they don't work.
But I've seen them work. They look like they actually pop it. And I was going to buy some.
I get concerned that there's gonna be like some kind of effect, like 5 years down the road, to the edge of people's eyelids because of that magnetic. That can't be good for your skin,
right?
For your eye or cornea.
You know what? I absolutely love the look of lashes, and I purposely don't wear them because I can't see myself being without them. Like I would want to wear lashes all the time. You would not catch me.
People look like Muppets at times. I like the ones that look natural. You know, that is not.
Christelle says yes, and I love it. So have you tried them, Christelle? Because I think that's also really important. I mean, I don't want the ones that are kind of like all the way over here, but like I love the look of lashes. Like it makes you look like done. You know whose lashes I love all the time? Our homegirl and co-machetera, Angelique Crawford. Angelique's lashes look absolutely mwah all the time. So I don't know where she goes, but
off the charts. Off the charts. I love that all of our macheteras are like, you know, we got our little beauty thing. I appreciate that. Like, you know, I think it's been my conditioning. Like, I don't go anywhere without a lipstick in my bag because my mother was always like, and then we talked about the chip nails thing.
Oh, I cannot with chip nails. If you got chip nails, I don't want to pause.
And so that's the reason why I even have acrylic nails because I cannot take a chip nail. It's just no.
This is my emergency lipstick bag, right? This is Keisha from New Jack City. If y'all remember, she's like my cinematic idol. So it's like rockabye, baby. And this is where I keep in my purse my emergency lipstick. So I'm all about the lipsticks. I haven't mastered yet. But you know what? Actually, I'm going to order some, Christelle. I'm going to put some in the cart and Jaina, right? And now I'll report back and let y'all know. But y'all never going to see me without lashes again. So take a look at my raggedy lashes.
Right. No, but Angelique.
This is a picture.
Hmm?
Oh, no, it's not a picture. It's like a flash thing on.
La Negra speaks. He has the individuals, and that's the one that I want.
Oh, I love hers. But all right, so I'm going to try that.
You ever got an eyelash perm? I used to get that.
Eyelash what?
Eyelash perm.
That's a thing?
Yeah, like
you just made that up.
No. And people are starting to get on it within the past couple years, and I used to do it ages ago. And you know, like perm rods, right? A perm, like a curly perm. They put your eyelashes on
a roller?
Tiny roller.
An eyelash set?
Roller.
Eyelash set? Hell no. I'm not getting no damn eyelash set. But Krishna says, my mom always said, put on your lipstick and everything instantly gets better. Absolutely. I am in approval. I am the lipstick queen for that very same reason. My mom used to say all the time, al mal tiempo, buena cara. Bad times, good face. So let them work. But I've also shared before on Radio Caña Negra that another reason why is because I grew into loving my lips. I was told that they were too big, they were too ugly, that it was too unattractive. And so when I started to really like them and not feel like they just took too much real estate on my face, then I decided to wear the most bold lipsticks that I could find. And so that's one of the main reasons why I wear them. That's like the anti-blackness that I was also raised under, right? Like, oh no, bite your lip in, tuck your lip in, don't be.
And the same people, you know, and then white folks have their lips looking like they're two pieces of sausage.
Sausage though.
No, because they look like little Vienna sausages.
Shout out to Vienna sausages.
Let me tell you, Vienna sausages, eso resuelve. Those Vienna sausages resolve.
And it's only $1 or $2 for $1 in places.
Well, over here, they're like, I saw the other day in the supermarket, they're like almost like $2.49 a little can. And I'm like, these people are like thieves. Vienna sausages, when my mom was too tired to make lunch for us, she'd be like, take out a Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
And crackers and saltines.
And put it in your lunchbox.
And put it in your lunchbox. Yeah, Vienna crackers and saltines. That was a thing. That was
the original Lunchable.
In fact, you know what? That is
original Lunchable. For real.
as we start to wind down, 2 questions. What was your lunch, right? If you took lunch to school when you were a child, did you take Vienna sausages? And number 2, what's in your cart? Because we started this conversation with talking about kind of like self-care, right? And remembering that like if our compassion excludes ourselves, it's not. So we know that makeup. I'm on Amazon right now, fitting to put these metallic or magnetic eyelashes on. But what is one thing that you want to do for you?
I'm ordering that humidifier with a $22 discount.
Oh yeah, me too. My skincare, the hyaluronic acid.
And then I have supplements too, because I need some supplements for my good night. I need supplements for my, to prevent my migraine.
I've been taking vitamin C. And y'all need to put your sunscreen on. Now I'm like a new vegetarian that's like forcing everybody to do what I do, and exactly what people in workshops to not do. But sunscreen, Black girl sunscreen, sunscreen for Black girls, and the skincare. Like I've been obsessed. But can we see the results here?
Oh yes, you better. Slay, get them, give it to him.
Yes. Where
did you get your sunscreen from? Where did you get your sunscreen from?
Black girl sunscreen. Like literally, that's the name. Black girl sunscreen. And no, it's just that obviously there's more time to be still, and so I've been really getting on the skincare wave of the oil cleansing, of the night routine, the AM routine, PM, double cleanse, niacinamide, the ordinary, Dr. V, just with these skincare tips. And baby.
Wait a minute. So yes, you know what? I mean, definitely like for those of you that are shopping throughout this holiday season, we are committed to shopping Black as much as possible. So if, thank you, Christelle, for this information. The new Black mother-owned jewelry brand at the Juma brand, and also Haitian mom-owned skincare brand at Donna T, right? Donna, right? It's a Donna Task in food. So I guess it's skin food, right? Donata Skin Food is probably what it is. Over there. So what else is the other one that was on Shark Tank that Dash? There was like another, is it Crayon Essence?
Crayon Essence.
So shout out to
Crayon Essence. I put that on the edges, and it smells so good. The Louis Mercredi, right? Get that.
Yeah. So there's tons of things, right? So it's Donata Skin Food, and Christelle, co-signs. So shout out to Christelle. Let me see. We're gonna come out with a Radio Cañonera holiday box, so stay tuned for that. We'll be sharing some details in the next few days, and it's gonna be all types of goodies. Thank you. And what else? So anything else that you are? I know, right, Paulina? See, you see this? You were here.
What does it say? Mama, I can't see nothing.
Paulina says, I love how Evelyn mentioned expenditures, and now y'all enabling her via lashes and sunscreen.
Let me see the.
But I'm fitting to get. Wait, damn! I'm getting what?
My forehead was this shiny the whole time. Okay, there we go.
You look well moisturized, not shiny. Like, not on just that is what it is. But so you're buying Genevieve, you're buying supplements and say it again.
Supplements and the humidifier, but I've also like grown to really love my silk pajamas. So I'm also going to be looking for more silk pajamas. They're so delicious.
Not shiny, dewy.
See, sexy. It's glow. That's right. Get it together. How about you, Dash? Well, you don't need any encouragement to buy. You be like, I'm gonna buy my stuff.
Well, yeah, when in the earlier when you were like, how you buy gifts for everyone and not yourself, I'm like, can't relate. No, I buy gifts for people, but I also will put a couple in the cart for myself. But no, what I'm getting for self-care, you say?
Yes.
There is, and now that we're kind of forging our just futures, and looking at economic stability and freedom, I'm like getting into silly shit. And it's not silly though. It's this Revitalash where, speaking of eyelashes, you grow out your eyelash. And so it's a whole system. It's a 6-month system for, I sound like an infomercial, for $150. And I'm like,
why do you have to regrow grow your lashes?
like grow it out, like make it longer and fuller.
Wait, what?
I don't believe it.
I'm like, wait.
I'm like, I
No,
don't
but this
believe
is what I'm saying. I'm getting into just like all of this self-care, skincare, beauty, silly shit. And so look, I'm gonna buy it and report back.
We doing it for the culture, right? We doing it. Like, look, I'm literally right here ordering my damn what is it? Magnetic eyeliner and eyelashes kit. Magnetic eyelashes with eyeliner, false lashes with 5 pairs, tweezers.
From
And I want to get another septum ring that my partner lost. So I
Well,
might.
why are you getting it if he lost it?
yeah, because that's what.
He'll pay for it, but I have to still go in and select it.
Okay. All right.
But can no one ask me about my new tattoo?
Ooh.
That's actually, it's so funny. This
It's
is
called Rex.
well, it's a bear. And I was like, I was hoping somebody would ask me so I could talk about how it's a metaphor, allegory, describing how in Goldilocks, it was a white woman that invaded the home. Yet somehow the bears who were brown, how they ended up being punished. And so it's an allegory for the carceral state because the bear has a robber's mask there. So, and none of y'all even listen. Y'all like, anyway.
We're
Like, bitch, I'm buying lashes. Like, my order has been placed.
It's so funny that a friend of mine, she sent it to me as a joke. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about, I've known this woman since we were 12 years old. So most of my life. And how most of my friends are people I've known for 10 plus years, except y'all two. We just kind of found each other. And I've known now for like maybe 4 years now. Yeah. Around there.
You know, Ilsia, thanks. Ilsia puts on the chat that she has trouble finding good fitting, good quality bras. Me too.
Same.
So where are folks buying their bras from? That would be good. Put it on the chat so we can also like go and check it out because I need some new bras.
But it all depends on what kind of bras and then what size you are, because that also makes a big difference. So like if you like, I am 38EF. So I wear like Yvette right now. I'm wearing a sports bra, but I tend to wear like any brand. So Yvette, She Fit, whatever fits, and also for the activity that you're doing. Like I ride a bike a lot, so I need a different type. But if I was doing yoga, it would be something different.
I used to do maiden form. That was my thing. But you have to go get measured.
Yeah. It helps to get measured too, because sometimes like what you think is your size is not your size, and so you be out here looking crazy, and by you be I mean.
No, me too. I be looking crazy, especially like on my side here. There's always like boob spillage.
Y'all been out here do y'all buy lingerie? Like tell us in the chat. I know, do you buy lingerie, Dash? Do you buy lingerie, Genevieve?
I used to, but
Evelyn's like, we done saw all the lingerie you bought, Dash.
That you need a budget.
Are you buying Savage? Are y'all buying Savage stuff? Savage Fenty? Like Paulina asked. So Savage Fenty. I go to Iris. Let me tell y'all a story about Iris. I walked up in Iris, and the day before I had gone to like TJ Maxx or something. You know when you go to TJ Maxx and you buy your $8.99 bra, you don't even know. You like, ow. So I walked in, right? And Iris goes, you like that? Like she goes, you like that look? And I was like, mind you, I had just bought a nice, cute little bra that I thought was really fitting me. It was a 38D, right? No, it was a 38D, but I was out here looking like I had 4 titties. You ever had that moment where like your bra cuts?
That's what I mean.
Like you got 4 titties. So she took one look at me. She took one look at me in my ill-fitting bra, and she just goes to the assistant. She was like, "Give her a 38G." And I was like George, like what? When she gave me the bra and I tried it on, it was like the angel sang. I sounded like a Sarah McLachlan commercial. It was like, "In the arms of
Oh, that's how you say her last name, McLaughlin.
So I was just like, oh shit. I walked out and then she gave me the price of the bra and I was like, just 1 second, please. I had to go back outside and make a negotiation with my electric bill. It was either darkness or the damn bra, and the bra won. So that was my first bra from Iris. That is, and it fit like a fucking. Let me tell you something. I was out here in these streets slaying. Like it was to the point that I almost wanted to go to work and undress because I used to be like, look how well my titties they sitting. I didn't even know they go. I didn't even know they went there. You know when your bras are ill-fitting, your breasts are all over your chest. You don't even know where they're supposed to be. When it fits, they just sit. That shit was like. This one that I have on now is a little bit too snug, so I look a little bit flat. But tis what it is. Yep. There's lots of like Iris draping you. Yep. Literally from the door. Like I didn't even step foot inside before she had already like, I was just like, oh, okay, this lady's in charge.
That's when you're good at what you do and you love what you do.
Yeah.
Guys, she didn't love what she did. She would be like, she must like that shit.
Yeah. That's exactly what she asked me. She was like, oh, you like that? And then she gives me the.
Exactly.
You like that for your life?
Completely dismissed. I was like, I had to prove that I love myself. So by buying the bra.
I love it. All right, party people.
All right, folks.
All right, folks. See, I'm trying to switch it up with party people.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work. All right, family, familia. See you on the 4th. Remember, I put it on the chat, a nice little discount code. 4th and 5th. Actually, there it is. I'll put it again.
All right. If you have any questions, write us, I guess.
Yeah, if you have questions, you can write us at at radiocañanegra@gmail.com.
We are wilding. Shout out to these gummies.
What just happened?
I didn't even have the gummy yet.
Well,
I'm just really tired.
Okay. Well,
all day long. I don't even think I need a gummy to go.
I'm about to get on a bike.
Everyone's getting ready.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna do another 30-minute workout.
You are? Damn, Dash, you on it.
Everything is like ear off, hair off, top off. Getting ready. So I've been actually. So I have this kettlebell. I have a kettlebell, one that's 35 pounds, and then one that's I think 12 pounds. I've been doing squats every morning with the 30 and doing, I don't have a barbell, but I've been using the kettle. My whole chest and my whole hips are, and I've been using Noom.
I'm getting tired of all of your triggering language. I'm tired of being assaulted with these innuendos of body parts
Like
and
kettlebell?
Huh?
Like a kettlebell? Like
you said your chest and your hips, and it's just.
Listen, you've been doing Billy Blanks 1,000 times a day.
I'm getting ready.
I you might want to throw in some yoga for some flexibility. I'm just saying.
What happened?
I got my
yeah.
So a little while ago, I had hosted a toy party, and I got my items today. So shout out to Zanette Joseph, my pure romance person, and I got a few items today. I got something called the sexy spreader. Right, that's supposed to keep your legs open. I splurged and got the swing.
Oh, I want to see this swing.
What? This is good thing you brought this up now. As we're wrapping.
What does the swing look like?
Huh? I don't know. It's still in a box, girl. But I will report back again. Just like the eyelashes, I will report back. So if anybody
do you hang it from the roof?
Huh?
Do you hang it from the roof?
No, from I guess I don't know. We're gonna find one of these doors that's gonna be strong enough.
The roof is fire, literally.
I also so I got also a crotchless fishnet outfit.
I'm good in that.
Got that. Got it.
So it was quite exciting, and this just got. Let me see if anybody is.
Then we just passed around Tracy's dog promo codes amongst one another.
You know what? That's what we need.
I have to go, folks.
Yeah. All right.
This child.
This is a whole other conversation, but definitely next time we'll talk about Tracy's dog and some other things.
Maybe we can invite.
Jeanette, yeah.
To the call.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna let her know.
I like it. Yeah. All right.
Girl, you got a Tracy's dog?
So bring your questions and your boobs.
I'm gonna use a Tracy's dog.
And
shout out to Tracy and her dog. You know what?
Right? Bring your body yaddies.
Kimberly says, I got codes and I'm gifting. Wait, that's your whole.
So let me put the email here.
You are invited to Kimberly for the next call so that we can actually talk all things, body yada.
And we can have some drinks ready too.
We got some
Let's have that. We invite
Jeanette and Kimberly.
And then we have some drinks. And then Evelyn will model her fishnet.
I'll report back. I will report back about how.
And you can give us a tour of this with the swing.
I can do that. I can absolutely give you a tour of the swing. Yeah. So I will have. And Kimberly says already. Oh, I have so much to say. Yes, Kim is about to be on.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna get it popping.
Early December.
This is our gift, right? This is our holiday.
Well, actually, Kimberly, by when do orders have to be in for the people to get it before the 25th?
Yes.
Okay, we should schedule it like
important info
2 days before that.
Important info.
And you can email us too. And ask Jeanette.
Jeanette, yeah.
Ask Jeanette as well.
Yes, Kimberly. Yep, for TD. Fast as hell. Did you get yours on Amazon? I think I got mine too. I don't know. It was a gift.
All right, for everything.
Yes. So we'll get this set up, and we will follow up with you separately, expeditiously, as per TI, about this important subject.
Yeah, it might not be a live. It might be a Zoom.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Good night. Thanks for watching. Adiosito. Why do I look like? Oh, well, fuck it. It's late. I'm about to get on a jump on his bike anyway. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.